All right. So this story is gonna be a funny one, and I actually need to get this off my chest because I've had an up and down day. So it started up, 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 and kind of flatlined, and then went down. So I need to get this one off my chest. This is a funny story. Okay, this is called the Chargers poop story. Okay, so if you're eating, probably want to put that to the side, right? Because it's a title, right? Or if you're not grossed out by it, whatever. I'm not gonna go into like really just grotesque details or anything, so don't worry about it. Okay. All right, let's get started. So the year was 2007. I'm pretty sure it was like 2007. It was my friend. Remember, I'm keeping names different, right? My friend, his name is Fred, right? Fred, been one of my best friends since after high school. We've maintained contact and really good friends, right? He's of a different nationality. He's not Latino. He's from the Middle East, and his brother-in-law, right? His brother-in-law, he's married. His brother-in-law was in town from Mexico. We'll call him Mickey. Okay, Mickey was in town from Mexico, right? So he said, he's like, "Hey Anthony, I wanna take Mickey to a Chargers game this Sunday. Get the tickets and I'll pay you back." Okay, cool. So I got the tickets, 3 tickets, right? And I feel like it was the last Chargers game of that year on a Sunday, and they were playing the Denver Broncos at 1 p.m. Okay, Charger Stadium, right? So I was all jazzed because I really enjoyed the NFL. So I was like, let's do it, let's do it. So he picks me up. At that time I lived in La Puente. Yeah, I lived in La Puente. I had a house in La Puente. Okay, don't anymore, but I had one. And he picked me up, and he's like, "Hey, you hungry?" And okay, I'm a big breakfast guy. Okay, so like if I don't get breakfast, you don't want to be around me, right? That's how I go. Okay, I could do without lunch or dinner, but man, breakfast, no, I gotta have my breakfast. So he tells me, he's like, "Hey, let's go to this there was this place called Doubles." Okay, now Doubles, if you've ever been there, you live in the area, you would know that they serve you. The reason why they call it Doubles is because they give you like double portions. Okay, they don't mess around. Doubles doesn't mess around. So your normal burrito at your local, Joko place, okay? Doubles basically it's rather large, okay? It's a double. They don't mess around, okay? And um we drive up. Now, mind you, my friend Frank is not a breakfast guy. He's not a breakfast guy, okay? He usually doesn't eat breakfast. Usually it's very light. Okay, I think the Middle Eastern, whole thing, they only eat very light breakfast. But I'm like, hey man, let's have some you know, let's have some breakfast burritos. He said, "Oh yeah, I like chorizo." Okay, cool, man. Get one. Now, he's an eater, okay? So he can eat. If you put it in front of him, he'll eat it. But he's not a breakfast guy. Keep that in mind. These are very important things. So we get our breakfast burritos. We start eating them on the road. We're on our way, right? And we get there. We're just about to get there to the game. Okay, it was a little bit of traffic. It's at one. The game starts at 1 o'clock, so we're getting there. I think along the way we went to the restroom. I'm pretty sure we did, but he didn't need to go then. Key point. Okay. So we get there, and there's a big line. There's a big line to get in the stadium, right? And he tells me and Mikey, his brother-in-law, and I gotta go to the restroom. And I'm like, Frank, um, let me drive. I will park the car. You go with Mikey and, you know, go to the restroom. You need to go to the restroom. You need to go. I'm okay. I'm good. Now you got to understand, Frank is one of the most sacrificial men that I have ever met in my entire life. He's such a kind-hearted, and I'm so glad to call him one of my best friends because Frank, he will bend over backwards to accommodate anybody, and that's the problem. Okay. I love Frank dearly. He's been a good friend to me. He's did more for me than I've done for him. Put it to you that way. Okay. And Frank needed to go to the restroom very badly. Okay. He didn't lead on though, like how desperate it was. I didn't know. Trust me, I would have, if I would have known, I would have definitely changed the outcome of this particular story. So he's adamant about this, about dropping me and Mikey off at the game. And I'm like, Frank, let me take off my glasses. I'm like, Frank, let me take care of it. I'll take care of it. Okay. I'm going to drive the car, park it, and, I'll get to the stadium. You and your brother-in-law go enjoy the game. No, he said, no, go now, get off the car and go. And, I want my brother-in-law to see the start of the game. All right. Okay. Because I'm going to be arguing back and forth, right? Okay. So what happens? We get to the game, right? We get in, the tickets, we're sitting down, enjoying the game. It's a good game, I think LaDainian Tomlinson had like some crazy NFL record that game or something like that. It was like a record, he said. First quarter ends, no sign of Frank. Now, mind you, this is where the days we did not have texting, okay? So I think maybe we had pagers or something like that, but there was no texting, and our phones, I don't know, they weren't too reliable back then. So, we just enjoy the game, right? Okay. There were the flip phones. There you go, flip phones. And I wasn't used to texting, neither was he. So after first quarter, no Frank. Mm-mm. Second quarter, no Frank. We're at halftime. I tell Mikey, hey, Mikey, beginning to worry about Frank. Like, he's literally missed half the game, an hour and a half. He's like, yeah, I know. Okay. we're just watching, So I go to the restroom, right? I come back. Frank's sitting there. He's at the seat. I'm like, oh, cool, Frank. What happened, man? And he's like, oh, he looks at me and he has this really funny stare. He looks at me and goes, well, I'll tell you later. Okay, cool, because the game just started. The game just restarted, right? So we're sitting there and, we're enjoying the game, and I go like this, go, the heck? And in my head, I'm thinking, it smells like poop. What the heck? What is going on right here, right? So I check my feet. I'm like, yeah, check my feet. Okay, I'm checking my, did I step on poop? What the heck? There's no dogs around. That's weird, right? Okay, so I keep it to myself. A couple minutes later, I keep smelling it. But it was really bad, okay? Like, really bad. And I'm like, Frank, can you check your shoes, man? It smells like poop. And he starts checking his shoes, and I checked him. Like, man, okay, whatever, man. So I, obviously I didn't step on poop. He didn't step on poop. The smell's really bad. So I'm thinking, maybe it's this couple in front of us. And there's a girl sitting in front of me. And by the way, they did like a proposal during halftime, I'm like, maybe homegirl, she did poop and didn't wipe correctly. That's what I'm thinking, right? Like, didn't wipe correctly, I could smell it, that's logic, right? Logic, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, man, this is terrible. This is terrible. So the rest of the game, I had to withstand the smell of poop. I had no clue where it was coming from. I thought, my basic thing was I thought she didn't wipe herself correctly, and therefore I was the recipient of her, bad smell. Okay? That's what I thought. Because the wind was coming like this way. All right. So the game's over, and now we're headed out the, we're headed out the stadium. And if you remember the old San Diego Chargers stadium, it's like a circle. Okay, so it goes like a circle and it goes like down, like that, right? And Frank is wearing brown pants. Literally brown pants like this, okay? Like that color, right? Just keep that in mind. He's wearing brown pants like that. So this is like a perfect setup, right? And I don't know how. I think I was tying my shoe or something, and he was going down further, And I'm like, Frank, what is that? What is that stain that you have on your behind? And he looks at me very calmly and he tells me, I took a crap in my pants. I was like, what? I was like, what? And he goes, I took a crap in my pants. Oh my gosh. I was like, so all this time, I thought I stepped on poop. I thought you stepped on poop. I thought the girl smelled like crap. And it was you the whole time? You did crap in your pants? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, I could not stop laughing. I could not. I thought my chest was going to cave in because everything added up. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? Why? It was the logic thing. He needed to go to the restroom. So, of course, something bad happened, right? And I told him, tell me the story. And so now he tells me his perspective. He goes, okay. He calls me Chico. Okay, Chico, here's what happened. So after I dropped you off, I couldn't hold it. I went near the gate, and the guard told me, this is after 9/11, the guard told me, I told the guard, can I go to the restroom, please? It's an emergency. And the guard said, if you leave your car there, I'm going to call, I think he said something like, I'm going to call you a terrorist or something like that, right? And you're going to get your car impounded. I said, no, please, sir, please, I really need to go. I don't care if you need to go. Get out of here. And so there goes Frank, being the good guy that he is, He gets back in the car. He starts driving up, this big hill. I think there's like a CVS or pharmacy up there. And he's like, oh, Chico, man, I was hurting. It was hurting. I couldn't hold it. But I was doing my best, So I got into the CVS. I run. I go to the bathroom, and I ready to open it, and there's numbers there. He goes, there's numbers. I have to punch in numbers. I was like, oh my gosh, So he goes back to the counter. He asks for the number, and the lady tells him the number. He runs back to the restroom, and he presses the button. He opens the door. He gets in front. He closes the door. He's almost ready to start, unbuckling his pants to go to the restroom, and then it happens. He said, my stomach couldn't hold anymore. Literally, I was so close to the restroom. I couldn't hold it anymore. And it all came out. He goes, and it was chorizo, Chico. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my gosh, oh, that's terrible, He goes, yeah. And then there was a guy outside wanting to come in. And he opened the door, and then he saw what happened, and he's like, oh no. Because he said it was a mess. He goes, Chico, it was a mess. It was a mess. That's all I'm going to say. And I was like, oh my gosh, Chico, what the heck? Because we call each other Chico. And he's like, man, I don't know. So I asked him, I said, hey, man, can you tell the lady to give me some, I need chonies. I need socks. I might need some shoes. I need some sweats, Well, it didn't go as well as he planned. They didn't have any pants, So they did have chonies though and socks. So he was able to clean his chonies and socks, get new ones. Though. But he tried to clean his pants. He tried to clean his pants in the sink, and let me tell you, by the way it stunk, he was unsuccessful. Let me tell you that much right now, okay? And so basically he gets back in the car, right? And he goes down to the stadium and he gets in, And I tell him, and did you tell Mikey what happened? And he goes, yeah, during halftime when you were at the restroom, I came right after you left. And I told Mikey, he said, why are you late? And I responded, because I took a crap in my pants. I'm like, the heck? And what did Mikey say? He said, well, he looked at me and said, oh, okay. And he just kept looking at the halftime show. Like, what is that? You know, like in my head, I'm thinking, is it like normal in Mexico to take a crap in your pants? That you just think it's normal? You know, and you're like, oh, you took a crap in your pants? Oh, okay, life goes on. I'm just like, what? So that made me even laugh even more. I'm like, what the heck, Mikey? Like, what kind of response is that, right? Like, somebody tells you to take a crap in your pants, like, you're gonna be like, what? You know, not like, oh, okay, yeah. I don't get it, you know. I don't get it, you know. So, anyways, bottom line, hey, if you need to go to the restroom after you eat a burrito, do it. Don't wait. Don't wait, okay? And the other thing, if somebody offers to drive and they have a license, like I had a license, right? Let them drive, okay? If you need to go take a crap, please do it. Don't wait. You don't want to be like Chico and take a crap in your mess. And finally, you know, so he's cool with me telling the story, by the way, you know. Side note right here, that same year, we had a Christmas party at his house, right? And one of my buddies from my school, he was invited. And he goes, oh, I'm gonna buy Chico a great present. Watch, you're gonna see. What did he buy him? It was the elephant, the whole elephant thing, right? You know, and he goes, hey, check this out, you know. And so basically, what my other friend, teacher friend, he bought my buddy Chico adult diapers. And everybody just busted up because we all needed it. And so did Chico, because he was cool. He's a cool sport about it, you know. You gotta have some humor, right? All right, guys, it's almost 17 minutes. I hope you enjoyed that story. Okay, please don't take a crap in your pants. And if you did, write down in on the comment section, because I definitely want to know about it. All right, guys, you guys have a good night, huh? Okay, next story, probably a little bit more serious, but I just wanted to lighten your day a little bit. No pun intended, right?